Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, today we have got a map from a creator who I'd say has got a lot of potential. Today's map has got, it has got a lot of depth to it. Doesn't look like it from up here, but I promise you, when we get down to ground level, you're going to see some quality. You're going to see a creator who, without doubt, at some point in the future, is going to be producing something quite special. Now, this particular map, I don't think it's going to be their best work, but it's definitely going to be an eye-opener. It's going to give you a clue that this creator is going to have something in the future, which is going to make us take note. Now, remember,
it's my first map.
That's right, so always be kind in the comments, although I think they're probably pretty broad-shouldered and be able to take a little bit of criticism on the map, which was released a little while ago. They've made plenty of maps since now. You're going to recognise their name instantly, and you're going to see where small acorns have grown into large oaks. But first of all, we've got a daily reminder. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is The Secret of Cape Schnurtz by Anoupou, Merynetjerou. Yes, it's Anoupou's very first map. And I'm telling you, it has depth. There's a bit of a clue. Data start square. Do you know what? That's well worked. We've got water flow. We've got a little pool of water at the bottom as well. Plenty of buildable space and some interesting tree painting. Across the heights, terrain heights are not really showing too well at the moment. We'll go on that later. Water flow. There's your resources. Okay. Water flow's coming later as well. Resources, yes, what you saw there. And then if you've got fishing, Sunset Harbour, your fishing map currently looks like this. And off to the workshop. So, Anoupou, have you got any DLC required? Well, no. We've got a nicely written description, which is, as always, well received, beautifully written, put together. We're using Owl's Mediterranean alternative theme, although the Coos Bay theme is also recommended. There's an outdated version of the theme available and a desert version available too. There's also a... I didn't know you could speak French, Anoupou. Since when could you speak French, Anoupou? Since before you could speak English, says Anoupou. Anyway, we've got a few themes here. Some of these are not really required. In fact, I saw the themes there going, well, we're only using one of them. I didn't even notice the photorealistic LUT by Reaper, which I'm a huge fan of. But I didn't see it because of all the other things in there which aren't strictly required, some of them. And so we're using the realistic 1.2 LUT today. But we weren't ever looking at 5 stars anyway, so let's not worry too much. If you really want me to, guys, I will come back and look at this map at a later date with the photo realistic by Reaper LUT. But it's a bit more subdued, a bit more classy than the bold greenness of the realistic 1.2. Anyway, we have this highway which connects back on with itself around to the edge of the map over there, which is all very nice. We've got some trees running down the central... Oh, hang on, he's encroaching a little bit, a wee bit there, onto the highway, but not a big problem. Yeah, okay. Also, you'll notice the alpha channel. This has always been the thing with some themes. You get a little bit of glitch. If you hold the camera still long enough, it stops. It stops. There you go. Yep. It stops, it stays stopped. So with screenshots it won't be a problem. You'll only be getting a freeze frame, but it might just annoy you a little bit in the background. There are a few themes that do that, and this is one of them. Not a huge problem, but yeah, the dancing road edges might bug one or two of you. But again, if you're bugged by this, but you want to see another Anoupou map, I can recommend a whole bunch of them. One of them, one of them was Map of the Year a couple of years ago. So they have come on a long way. Over here, we got a plateau to build on. We have everybody's favourite factory, along with the railway, and the railway is fine. It's fine. Apart from we have branch lines, you'll find along here we have got a tree or two somewhere along here dotted onto the line. Now, you're probably looking to go, yeah, hang on, we've just seen the whole map, because the rest of it's just an island, isn't it? And it looks a bit spiky, there's not really any building going on over there. This review is finished, yeah? Or maybe, oh, yeah, it's a tree, it's a tree. Or maybe it's not quite finished, because there's the usual Anoupou tricks and shenanigans going on, which we'll check out. In fact, what we'll do here is we might as well follow the highway off, but get the highways, get the networking out of the way completely. Yeah, we'll do that. Because around the corner here, you're going to see a few more trees being a little bit naughty. And there's your 5th star for detail gone there, Anoupou. Trees underneath the highways. But if that's as bad as it gets, then I think we can probably deal with it. And it goes off the edge of the map over there. There's also a little hint of rail over there too. Yeah, just you can draw it out yourself, I guess. I'm not sure what's going on here, but there's a hint that there might be something going on down at the water's edge. What? I don't know. Do you know what? Let's finish this review. Let's have a little skip around. Over here we've got the plateau. We've got the river with a little waterfall pouring off the side of the river there. You're wondering how I'm going to fill this to the end of the show, aren't you? Just can smell it now in you. It's a big island in the middle with a little bit of buildable space over here as well, with a couple of rivers running off the mountains out into the wetlands. A castle. Ooh, it's a castle. Not even looking at that today. We've got a little bit of reclaimable land here, I guess. All the trees there are a little bit dead. That's all good. I'm okay with that too. And then we pull the camera right the way back. If we missed anything, a few dotted islands knotted around. A bit of buildable space there as well. Edge of map, if you've got the 81 tile mod, you could access this fellow. There's a little island over here as well. Do you know what's an interesting shaped island? I quite like that. That's almost a Bonbon Island there. Interesting enough to be a Bonbon Island. In fact, we're going to call that the Bonbon Island on the map. See if we can ruin it, shall we? Build a city on it. Anyway, pull the camera back. We'll take a brief intermission. We'll come back after this, and I'll show you the secrets that are hidden down below.
Do all your cities end up looking like ugly, lumpy grids? Would you like to evolve a more organic, natural-style city? Then check out BonBonB's Breaking the Grid playlist. Click the I button now.
And so, back to the secret of Cape Schnurtz by... Oh, hoot. Somebody's having the hoot today. It's definitely not us, though. We've got shipping routes, shipping triangle over here as well. The ships follow a wavy line. I mean, the captains are going to get seasick by following this line. Again, how much do I care about this on an old map? Not much. Not much at all. But for those of you that wonder, oh look, we've even got a little tongue with shipping triangles into the bay over there. I mean, again, shrug my shoulders. It'll do. And this heads off towards the edge of the map. Water flow in the start square. Well, I showed you at the start of the show, we've got a little hint of water here, flowing water, so that you might want to put your sewage in there. Do some drawing of fresh water from the little bay or little cove over there, and I think you're probably good. So that works. Can't grumble with that either. And so the map as a whole. We've seen it all now, so therefore we are done, correct? Incorrect. I've been playing about with stones and rocks. It does cover this in the description. I skimmed over the description so as not to give too much away. But I'm going to come over here. I put some little rocks down as markers. As you can see here, we have got a rock down at the water line right there. And, you know, it almost blends in with the rocks and the texture, doesn't it, almost? But if we come down under the water, we'll find another rock right about here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the water down to that level. I mean, I've used these as personal angle. I'm going to have to go above water's level to be able... You can't do this from under the water, apparently. Let me do that from above the water. There you go. Hang on, we'll get this. There you go. Down it goes. Down it goes. Just underneath that rock. There it is. And we'll just speed the game up a little bit so that the water drops quickly. And put the game speed back down again so my camera doesn't jam around like it's having a party. And then have a look at the map now. Now, if you have a look at the map now, our island in the middle, which has no buildable space, has reclaimed a lot of that land itself. So you could play the map like this. And the map is done by design. to have several different levels that you can choose the level that you like the bestest. You're going to need extra landscaping tools. Is it more beautification as well, possibly? I can't remember now, not going back now. But you're going to need 1 or 2 of those to have the water tool to be able to drag the sea level up and down, if you choose to play this map. But if you do, then here's the next level, as I pre-found myself. Let's speed the camera up again. There we go. And back down. And now we'll have a look at the landscape now. We look at the landscape now. We have more buildable space, but only we're now connected up with the mainland, so we've got, it's almost Greek in style now, I think. Oh, it looks a bit Greek from this angle anyway. And yes, so we have got, it's all connected up. Bit of rough land between the highland and the lowland. How are you going to connect those up? That adds a bit of interest, I feel. The rivers will probably fill in if we leave them long enough. Shall we see if they'll leave long enough? I will do that. We'll speed the camera up, and as it fills in, it seems to be filling in, which is fine. Again, every time I'm resetting all of these water levels, the space where there was water flowing from the rivers needs to fill in again from the spawn points. I think that's going to fill in okay eventually, possibly. Go on that little bit there. Are you going to connect right there? Are you? Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Okay, so maybe on that setting we don't. I think it probably will though, if you just give it a bit of time for the water to sort itself out. Anyway, shall we drop down to the next level? I told you this map has depth. I did tell you right at the start of the show. Were you listening to me? Probably not. Where's the next rock? I found it. There we go. That's the one. Oh, hang on. There. Where is that rock? We were there. Is that the one? Yes, this is right. So we dropped to the next level. The texture makes it hard to actually see the rocks that have been put. I should have put something a bit more striking down. I don't know what, but something a bit brighter. Anyway, now we have some marshlands that's randomly appeared, and a bay with a bit of marshland in it as well. This is now becoming quite interesting. In terms of gameplay, I think we're now looking at a very interesting shape of a map with enough buildable space on it to be playable. I mean, the marshland don't look amazing, but it's, again, it's certainly going to do. I probably would have been tempted to have put trees on it that would only be revealed once the water level had been dropped. If it were me, I think that's what I would do. If it were me. But it's not me, it's Anoupou, so shut up. Okay. Drop it down a bit further. I think this is our final level, if I remember rightly, from the pre-recording. And if we pull back again, you've revealed even more. We've got the river system, which just needs to connect up again from the mountains. You can see how it's supposed to loop out into the bay. We've even got a few little islands dotted out there as well for the river delta, which is just a nice little thing. We've got some marshland up in the top left. Plenty of buildable space, and where we had marshland before, it's now all being reclaimed. That for me is quite interesting. Even the river is completely filled out now. That is pretty interesting. I mean, not the most exciting map in the world, but pretty interesting. And I think there's something just a little bit different from the normal. I have to give a little bit of credit for, I mean, for a first map, it's a little bit inspirational. Yeah? It's just not as good as it's going to. Anoupou's going to produce some amazing stuff in the future. Some evil islands, some mossy sobobos, and some tittilopopopopos. Oh, hang on, over here. This looks amazing at this low level now. Down here, we've got the rock showing through. This headland looks amazing, and the Essential Lighthouse absolutely is the star of the show there. Beautifully done. I love it. Absolutely freaking love it. So yeah, that's my high point of the show there, that peninsula. Anyway, we are back at the start square, so let's have a little look at our asset of the day. And today we've got the boat platform and swan boat and pedal boat, although it's in Japanese and I'm not even going to try that, by Momesuke. Momesuke? Momesuke. Momesuke. I'm sure it's probably Momesuke. Probably wrong again. Always wrong. And factoids, because factoids. I thought about doing the one about, did you know that all the swans in England, I don't know if it's the United Kingdom, it might be the whole United Kingdom, but certainly all the swans in England are owned by the Queen. So yeah, don't mess with them. Also, they'll break your arm. Let's do. We've got plenty of water going on, so let's do a simple one. A shrimp's heart is in its head. So does he think with his head or think with his heart? Actually, I don't know how much they think at all, being like little shellfish, crustacean things. They're crustaceans. I think they're crustaceans. Avoiding the crustacean joke, given that we're at an Asian asset. This is great. I love this. This is great. Loving little pedal boats as well. Loving the motorbikes going past my window just as I'm doing voiceovers. It's been silent for so long outside. Look at these things. I mean, just the cutest things. Anyway, that's it. Boat platform and swan boat and pedal boat by Momesuke. Today's asset pack sort of thing of the day. Yeah, so yeah, you've got the building, you've got a couple of props there. They all work really nicely together. Lovely, good work. Well, what do you think of today's work? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right hand corner of your screen, or the link in the description to take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple or a Patreon account. If you want to, or if you don't want to, don't. But I want you to, so go on. Meanwhile, what do I think of today's map? Well, it's striking. It's a bit different. I don't think it's quite polished to 4-star standard though. I think for the sort of map that we're using, just a little bit quirky and a little bit different, the old theme here works fine. Yes, we get a little bit of the road glitching, but it works fine. But I don't think it works brilliantly. So let's go for a high 3. Detailing. What little bits we've got are very nice. Once you start dropping the water level, there's not much to show, and so I think what we'll do is we'll go for a medium high 3. There's nothing wrong with it, just nothing exciting. Gameplay, you know what, I think there's plenty of options with this one. I'm going to go into 4 stars. I'm going to go for a lowish 4, but it definitely feels like it's got playability in it, so let's do that. Different options, certainly. The Secret of Cape Schnurtz by Anoupou, Merynetjerou. No seal of approval. Ha! You were on such a run of seal of approvals, weren't you? And now you lost it. If only you'd made that one first, eh? Then, oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Anoupou. It's been a laugh. Thanks for that. Anyway, listen, we're at the end of the show, so it's your chance to prove you are part of the 20 and out elite. Use the words of the day into the comments, score yourself some population points just for fun. I'll be back tomorrow with the chart show, and hopefully, I don't know if I'll have time for the tutorial this weekend, but I'll work on it this weekend for next weekend.